Hey, how's it going, guys? It's the boss here with another video for you guys for today. And today, guys, is going to be another gaming comparison video. I've done videos like this in the past, and today we're going to be covering the topic of Silent Hill versus Resident Evil. For this video, I've teamed up with fellow creator SlawekPlays, and we both have our own opinions on which franchise we personally prefer over the other, whereas I'll tell you guys now, prefer Resident Evil over Silent Hill, and he prefers Silent Hill over Resident Evil. We'll get into his footage about why he prefers Silent Hill later on in the video, but I wanted to quickly go over why I prefer Resident Evil over Silent Hill as a horror game franchise. So don't misunderstand me in the slightest here. I'm not saying Silent Hill is a terrible video game franchise by any means, far from it. Silent Hill does an amazing job in its genre of being a fantastic survival horror game with psychological horror, intricate puzzles, creepy environments, and a very intricate storyline that has continued throughout most of the mainline games, and the quality has been there, with it being a fantastic series that will keep you on the edge of your seat and make you think about it in terrifying ways after you're done completing it. With, again, the puzzles, the monster designs, the combat scenarios that the game forces you into, albeit in a limited sense, the environments, the atmosphere, all these things Silent Hill nailed as a horror game franchise, and it's fantastic. However, my personal preference for playing a horror-esque game like this when it comes to Resident Evil and Silent Hill, I personally prefer Resident Evil. Specifically, I played a little bit of Resident Evil 1, but the experience that really solidified this choice for me is Resident Evil 4. Now, I know Resident Evil 4 is different from Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3. Resident Evil 4 took the third-person over-the-camera view and transformed the horror genre for that series with the intricate environments, the combat, the story, the personality that brought to the table, something that was completely different from the fixed camera angles, the tank controls, the limited inventory you had to work with, and just the overall puzzle aesthetics of going through a mansion in the first game, the police department in the second game, and Raccoon City in the third game. But these are all unique storylines to me that tie up so well. It works well with combat, which I really like. It works well with weapon management and weapon ammo management. Helps with health items and whatnot that you have to manage in your own inventory. It helps that despite terrible voice acting and a few other quirks that these games have, they remain consistent with the same formula, coming back and becoming more and more fresh as time goes on. And that's not even counting the remakes. The Resident Evil 1 remake on the GameCube, the Resident Evil 2 and 3 remake on modern day hardware, like the Xbox One and the PS4. Those are all great examples of a series that is still alive and beating today. And as much as it sucks to say, Silent Hill is unfortunately a victim of the Konami Chronicles, which is a little mini-series I'm thinking about doing. It's one of 3 major video game franchises that Konami has either completely run to the ground with terrible iterations or completely killed off for varying reasons. And Silent Hill, unfortunately, is at a standstill right now, with no new games coming out for years, and an attempted project in the form of Silent Hills being ultimately crushed, and to the point where Konami, through the best law of copyright, has made it illegal to own a demo of Silent Hills, a promising follow-up successor to the famous video game series. And it's terrible. But Resident Evil is still beating. I prefer the combat style, I prefer the story intricacy of it, and I like that kind of survival horror rather than the psychological part of Silent Hill. Again, not saying Silent Hill is terrible, far from it. It is a legendary game franchise. But personally, if I had to choose between the two for my personal horror game experience, Resident Evil takes it for me in comparison. And with my thoughts out of the way, let us get into Slawek's long and in-depth analysis of Silent Hill.
What's up, everybody? My name is Slawek, and first of all, I want to say thanks to the boss for having me on his channel where I can review one of my favorite franchises in the horror genre in gaming. Okay, that was a bit too much to say. Okay, to be honest, I'm not some professional reviewer. I'm just a guy who likes to play video games, and that's basically it. So, Silent Hill. Well, let's talk about it. So first things first, we can discuss about the visuals. I mean, Silent Hill, it's a pretty old game. It was made for PS1 and then for PS2 and so on. But for nowadays, if Silent Hill would come out nowadays with the same graphics, I would be like, nope, next one, please. Not interested in this one. Thank you very much. But for back in the day, it was pretty good. You gotta admit, it was pretty good. The visuals were pretty okay. Nothing super special, but I mean, when we will dive in other things, I mean, visuals were kind of the last thing you thought about when you were playing this game. So graphically, what can I say? The game was just completely normal, you know. It was nothing special, but normal. That's the best way to say it. It was normal, okay? But gameplay wise, I mean, also there's nothing much to judge because back in the day when Silent Hill 1, for example, was released, gameplay, it's the way it was. I mean, this is how people were making games. I mean, if we want to judge Silent Hill because of this static camera and so on, then we can do same for Resident Evil 1. You know, we can do the same for these other games because this is the style how it was back in the day. There was no first person like we have now or third person like we have now. It was completely different. So to judge it from this perspective, nowadays, yeah, it would suck and nobody would like to play it. But back in the day, it was pretty okay, I guess. But now let's talk about one of the main things that make people to actually enjoy this game. I mean, not actually completely the main thing, but it's one of the main things, and that is story. Story goes like this. I mean, especially in Silent Hill 1, story is nothing too special, but in Silent Hill 2, it gets way, way more, how to say, deeper, you know? In lots of games, like you've been always, when these horror games are, they're always like, I don't know, most of them, okay? There's like, oh, a virus happened. Oh, there's a big evil corporation that's doing all of this. Oh, this is blah, 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 blah. But in Silent Hill 2, for example, it was way different. I mean, this guy who came into this town of Silent Hill because his wife wrote him, and guess what? His wife was dead. He decided, you know, I'll go to Silent Hill just to find my wife, and then he's fighting these monsters, demons, or whatever you want to say. But then at the end, you get to know that he's actually, yes, he was fighting demons, but it was his inner demons, you know? This was what he was actually fighting, and that is what makes Silent Hill like, oh my god, I didn't expect this one. I was expecting that, I don't know, town got cursed and everybody escaped and blah, 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 but no. It's way deeper, you know? Also in Silent Hill 4, for example, it's also, like, what is going on, you know? And talking about what is going on, this is what makes Silent Hill also, I mean, could we go to story-wise in this, or maybe atmosphere? Well, let's just talk about atmosphere here. In Silent Hill, you are just a normal guy, you know, this is what helps you to build on the atmosphere. You're just a normal guy going, you come into this town and you're like, okay, what the hell is going on here? I don't know what am I doing here. What is going on here? Where am I? Okay, I only know this is town of Silent Hill because it tells me, you know, this is Silent Hill. Welcome to Silent Hill. But you don't know what is going on. You're not like a soldier or someone, you know, to go like, okay, let's go. Let's fight. I mean, you don't know what awaits you there. This is where it works for atmosphere, is the fear of the unknown. You don't know what is going on. You have nothing on you like in Silent Hill 1. I mean, the first thing you only have is a lighter, but then when in this narrow street, when these monsters attack you, you get saved by this cop, and then you get a gun, and you have to fight with the gun, and then later you get other weapons, but you know, weapons are not like, even weapons ammo, it's actually pretty scarce, okay? You don't have ammo like, oh, it's over there, oh, it's over there, oh yeah, let's go killing these assholes. No, it's nothing like this, you know? You have a gun, yeah, but this is only for emergency. And this is what really helps to build an atmosphere. And also then there is another dimension. Let's say, for example, first you are in this foggy town, you know, lots of fogs, and then there are these dragons, or not dragons exactly, but you know what I'm saying. And then there are these dogs and these no arm monsters coming after you. And to be honest, that is pretty scary, but then you get into another dimension, which you already, in like first few minutes when you get in this street, you know, you kind of get also in this dimension where everything kind of changes. You know, it's completely other dimension, like in Stranger Things. You have this upside down, how they call it, you know, and it's like this. It is our place, it is our town and everything, but there's something lurking in the dark. I mean, there's no other people, you're alone, and it's even way more scary than it was before. So you're kind of relieved when you go back into the normal dimension. So this really helps with the atmosphere, and I mean, atmosphere here, it's very good, but mostly because of fear of the unknown, at least in my opinion, It's what is going on and what is lurking. You know that there's something like out there, looking at you. I mean, yeah, there's a monster in front of you, but you kind of get used to them. You're like, oh yeah, another monster, boom, boom, or you just run away and you're saved. But you know that there's something way more scarier out there looking at you, waiting for you, waiting for the right moment to attack. And this is where Silent Hill also kind of wins. I mean, so yeah, to be honest, atmospherically, the game is, like I said, this main atmosphere is this fear of the unknown. At least for me. I'm not saying for everyone else, oh, everybody was scared because of this. No, but this is, I believe, like, not in just in Silent Hill, but in lots of horror genre, when we get this, it's makes, it can be a movie, it can be anything, it makes everything, it just goes on a second level, It goes on a second level of being scared because you don't know what is over there. But yeah, let's talk about music, okay? First things first, when we come to theme songs in horror genre, let's say movies, video games, whatever you wanna, you get to, like, something like, you always get this, for example, I don't know, Nightmare on Elm Street, one of my favorite franchises, really. I like Freddy Krueger. Welcome to prime time, bitch. But his theme music goes like, dun, 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 something like, oh, I'm scary. Oh, I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. It's nothing too, it's, yeah, something what you would expect. So nowadays you're not anymore even surprised when you get this. You're like, okay, yeah, I was expecting this, no doubt. Then you have, for example, movie Halloween, and you get like, and this is something what is actually good, It is loud, it is, something, I mean, but when you, how to tell you this, it is very, very, it's loud, okay? It's not trying to be scary, but it has this small taste of, oh my god, something's wrong. I can feel it. There's something wrong. And same as with Silent Hill goes with their song, with their main song or theme song or whatever, theme instrumental, whatever you want to call, how it goes like, dun, 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 dun. And it's very memorizable. I mean, first time when I heard this song, this instrumental, it stuck in my head ever since, like with the Halloween, it stuck in my head, and it's not trying to be, oh, I'm gonna get you, what? No, it's something like, oh yeah, I'm here, and there's something wrong with me, It's kind of like this. It's in your face, but it's not everything okay with it. It's kind of this way. I don't know how to tell you. It's kind of hard to explain, and I'm not I'm not a guy who would know how to explain things because, hey, I'm just a YouTuber. What do you want, huh? You want that? Okay, that's stupid. But when it comes to mid-game music, it's actually pretty good. I mean, not pretty good. It's very good, You feel like, yeah, I am there. This is how it would sound if I would be there. This is how everything would sound, It makes you... Music is always... music is actually the main part in anything, okay? Like, for example, in action movies or action games, music gives you this next level hype, where, I mean, without music, everything is kind of, okay, it's not that good, but with music, it's way better, That's why everybody remembers from Doom, Doom 2016, Doom Eternal, or even first Doom games. Everybody remembers the soundtrack because it was good, It was went pretty well with the game itself. And in action movies, you need something like this, and in horror movies also, because it gets tension. It makes everything more scary, more it gets you more on the edge, if you know what I'm saying. It gets you more on the edge, and you're like, okay, something's going on. Oh no. Just like in video games, let's say you play Dead Space, okay, and you are like on Ishimura, and boom, music starts, and oh, something is chasing me. Gotta run, Forrest, run, Forrest. And then when the music stops, you're like, oh, okay, good, I'm safe. Good, that was fun. And example also for Amnesia, you have this other place in Amnesia Dark Descent where you come into this room and the music is kind of calm and all, and you're like, oh, actually I'm safe in this room. There's nobody there in this room. So music has always been how to say, the main thing in the game, in the games, in the movies, in any type of entertainment. And Silent Hill does very good with the music too. They give you this feeling, exactly what the music has, the role that it should have in the game or in the movie or whatever. The music has a specific role in every type of entertainment, and in Silent Hill, music know its place. Music know its place, and this is what I really like about it. It gets on the next level and all, and it's pretty good. I don't know how much to say about it. It's just wow. Okay. Well, what else can we talk about Silent Hill? Well, I don't remember anything else. It's not like I'm super fan of this game. I am a fan of this game, if in horror genre, yeah, but I prefer other games way more than the horror games. Let's be honest about that. But what I really say, yeah, it's what really draws me to Silent Hill is this fear of the unknown. I believe that a lot of people came to Silent Hill just because of that. Fear of the unknown. It's You don't know what is lurking there in the dark, and there is something, but you don't know what it is. And you are scared, but you at the same time you want to know what it is. And this is where Silent Hill, in my opinion, nails it the best. I'm not saying like the Silent Hill is the king of horror genre. I believe that Silent Hill was making first steps in horror genre. I mean, but there's plenty of horror games out there. You might agree they're better than Silent Hill. And I mean, if you have any other beliefs that I missed something or anything else, hey, there's a comment down below. Comment something, okay? I'm gonna stick around also. So if you comment something, I might come down there and we can have a little conversation. So yeah, what can I say? Thank you so much for watching, and thank you again to the boss for having me on this video, and see ya. Peace.
And that's it for today's video, guys. I really hope you guys did enjoy this. Big thanks to SlawekPlays for being a part of this. It was really cool doing this with you, man. I really appreciate you coming on the channel and discussing some legendary horror game franchises with me in this comparison video. If you guys want to go check out his content, check out the link in the description down below to check out his channel, check out his content, see if it interests you. Give him a subscribe if you want to follow him, check out some of his videos, maybe give him a like if you do enjoy them. But check him out in the description down below, guys. I think you might enjoy his content. But with all that in mind, guys, besides thanking Slawek for being part of this, if you guys did enjoy this video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you guys want to catch more videos like this in the future gaming reviews, discussions, skits, memes, and of course other collaborations I hope to do like this in the future. But with all that in mind, guys, besides doing all that stuff, and comment down below what you guys thought about this. If you guys did enjoy this, though, thank you for watching. Until next time, this has been the boss saying, peace.